All right, so we are live here. Welcome, guys. If you're watching this on any of our stream places, next 5 minutes, we're going to get started. We're going to talk about a recession-proof business of 2023, 5 elements of what to talk to. So we're going to get started in just a little bit. But if you are chiming in, whether you're in our live Zoom room or you're in our Facebook group pages or wherever that it is, 2 things I'd love to know. Number 1, where are you coming in from? Put it in the chat. Number 2, if you had an extra $1,000 you could put towards anywhere, anything except for bills, what would you put that towards? Spa vacation, Carol says. What's going on? iPhone 3. Would love to know your name. Great to see you. Connie, hello. Diane, hello. Pam, hello. Joanne, hello.
Hello.
Great to
Hello,
see
everybody.
Oklahoma. I was just chatting with someone from Oklahoma. I need to go over there. It sounds
now what?
Been hello. Yeah, but what would you guys spend an extra $1,000 towards? And as we're getting ready to get started with today, Sedona. Oh man, add to the down payment or ring. There we go.
I love Sedona so much. I go every time I pass.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, we were there during the winter time and it was like crisp and nice and beautiful, and they got the red rocks and everything. Sounds like a lot of travel for a lot of you. We got some Disneylands. What would I spend? I think I would spend it towards eating, honestly. I would get it really nice. That's me. That's just me. I am a recovering fat child. Still in me.
Asian.
Yes. Charlie, what's going on? B Mackie, hello. Sonia, hello. Connie, hello. As you're coming in, drop in the chat where you're coming in from. And number 2, an extra $1,000 that you can put towards anything except for bills. What would you put that towards? We'll get started shortly. I know we got people from all over the place today. Joe, what's going on? Great to see you. Happy to see you guys on. And if you're watching this on our other pages too, comment below those questions as well. We'll get started live in just a couple of minutes. But I like this pre-time so we can get to know each other a little bit. Zooms are cool, but it's even more cool when we're together audited everything, you know. Claudette, great to have you on. You just planned a vacation to Cali. Carmel, Napa, take me with you. Carol, take me with you. Yvonne, hello.
You can come.
I can come?
Yes. I'm
Awesome.
actually taking Rose to Carmel. She's turning 102 this year.
Wow. That's nuts. That is
Totally
crazy. Oh my God.
Totally. She's so excited about it.
Good. That does sound like a lot of fun. Hey guys, we've got 2 minutes on the clock. If you haven't introduced yourself in the chat, drop in the chat where you're coming in from. We'd love to give you a shout out, Yvonne and Lyric Major. Great to see you. And number 2, if you had an extra $1,000 you could put towards anything except bills. No bills. What would you put that towards? Yeah, absolutely. Great to see you guys on. Oh man. And we'll get started shortly, guys. Glad to see you. We got people from all over the place. Spa weekend. Spa sounds like a lot of warm places. Seems like that's the popular thing right now, you know. So warm places. Disneyland has been popular. An extra $1,000 in your pocket. What would you put that towards? Sounds like we've got similar types of like-minded things. Maybe we should all take a trip together. That might be fun. Maybe there will be a trip in the future. Maybe there are ways to win trips in the future. Yeah, fine dining. Yeah, we're definitely the foodie type of people. I don't know. There's something nice about a nice meal, you know. Definitely not Disneyland. Gotcha. We're gonna start a battle here, you know. I know there's some Disney holics here. There are some people that would take a bullet in the name of Mickey Mouse, you know, and then there's the others that are like, it's cool, you know. Oh, Disneyland, don't get me wrong, you know. Brandy, great to see you. Julie, great to see you. What's going on, everybody? And if you didn't introduce yourself in the chat yet, please do. Put in the chat where you're coming in from. And number 2, put in the chat what you would do with an extra $1,000 in your pocket. just curious. Very, very curious, you know. I want to talk about some cool opportunities tonight and everything. And we'll get started right on the dot. A week in Eugene, Oregon with your daughter. There we go. Awesome. Get your car fixed. No bill. I guess that's not a bill technically and everything, but what's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome, everybody. We're going to get started right on the dot. This is James Zheng. Nice to meet you guys, whether you're watching this live or on replay. If you're ready for a fun night, put fun in the chat. Put fun in the chat. Above all, I want to make sure we have a good time together. We're going to talk about some transformative topics. We're going to talk about some serious topics. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about the recession. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about a way to transform your life. But above all, I want to just make sure that we have a good time together and everything, So if we're not yet friends, nice to meet you. My name is James Zheng. I will be your MC for tonight. I hope we can be friends. If we're not yet already as well too. And if you're watching this right now, that means that you've had a friend or you've seen this information somewhere where they thought of you enough to say, you know what, I think this information could truly benefit my friend. And I also want to applaud you because you took the time, the energy to actually seek out information that could transform your life. So for that, it already showcases to me that you already have one of the key ingredients that it takes to succeed, which is a willingness to take action, okay? So in the next 30, 45 minutes, we're going to present with you some information on what to look for to recession-proof yourself for 2023. We're going to share with you a business opportunity that has a very unique timing on things. And we're also going to have a special guest I'm going to introduce you at the very end as well too. And at the end of this, if this makes sense for you, some of you are going to have the opportunity to partner with us and to be able to grow with us through 2023. If it doesn't make sense to you, that's awesome as well too. We're just glad to be able to have you on here and everything. But I will tell you this, if you stick on to the very, very end, you will learn some information that could transform you and your family. Because let's be real, let me start with this. Who here in 2023 has already felt like it's been a little bit more tense than usual, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you felt like this year's it's kind of been interesting. How about you? Like, we just got off COVID, right? There's kind of this recession that's looming. There's inflation, gas prices are up. There's a lot of things going on. And also, I don't know if you stay tabs or maybe friends and stuff as well too, but even as soon as this year, like this last week, at least in the United States, I know we have different countries here as well too, you're starting to hear things like layoffs happen. Did you guys know that companies like Microsoft, companies like Google, they just announced tens of thousands of layoffs, literally just this last week. And I know that there's going to be more to follow as well too, right? It's very evident that we're in a time right now that if you're not aware, we are in a recessionary time. We are in an inflationary time, and there are definite things that are going on. And it's important. I'm not here to scare you, but it's important to be aware of things, right? To prepare for things. Would you agree with me that it's always wise to have a backup plan just in case? Right? It's like, just in case, you never know. If you're driving in a car, you want to have a spare tire, right? If you just never know what's going to happen. So maybe you have an opportunity right now. Maybe you're in a career right now. Maybe your family is in a financial place where you're like, good, you're riding the wave, you're moving, you're grooving. That's fantastic. But it's always good to look at other things as well too. But maybe you're in the other sector where you're not exactly sure. Maybe you've already been paycheck to paycheck. Maybe the holidays were tougher. Maybe this year it's a little bit more stressful. And I want to bring these up because we all feel it together. We want to share with you something that could totally transform your life today. And with that, it's definitely something that's transformed our life. So we've been going through all of this. And just if we're not familiar with each other, who's James? Why am I talking to you and everything? Now people know me as a global trainer, a speaker, an entrepreneur. I've coached thousands of people over this past decade to build recession-proof online businesses. But I didn't start that way. I started actually during the last recession, 2009. This is me being a broke college student. I was just a student here. I was going through school and this thing called recession happened and people are concerned. They're like, what if you don't get jobs? What if things don't happen, right? And I had the idea, maybe it's wise to get a financial plan B. This was the issue though. I was 19, I was broke, I was shy, I had no skill sets. The only work I ever did at that point was literally mowing my parents' lawn. Some of you guys already have a head start against me. I was so shy, I couldn't even order food at a restaurant. So now people are like, James, you're a great speaker, stuff like that. I did not start that way. All right. But what I did do is I found a good opportunity like what I'm going to share with you today. And I found great mentors. And I truly believe this, that each and every single one of you, if you want to change, you can. And it doesn't matter the age you are. It doesn't matter the background you have. It doesn't matter the education you have. At any point in time, we now work with teammates all the way from 18 years old up to 74 years old and all types of backgrounds all over the world. Every one of them, they have had opportunities where they said, I know I can do more. I know I can be more. For things to change, then we can change as well too. If you would agree with me that you have the capacity to change if you want to, put a 2 in the chat if you would agree with that statement. You're like, yes, I can if I want to, right? You're not a tree. You're not like the rest of the animal kingdom. You have a capacity at any moment in time to make a change. Destination might not change overnight, but direction can. So that's what I decided to do. And I got started in a side business like this. Never thought it amounted to much, but I took the training seriously. I followed their system. 90 days later, I made enough where I didn't need a part-time job through school. A couple years into it, my part-time ended up becoming my full-time. And for the past 10 plus years, it's been an absolute blessing. This has taken care of me and our family. The greatest win that we've had here is I recruited someone into our team that eventually became my wife, actually. So Becky Zheng, she's on this line as well too. We're business partners, life partners, and everything. So if some of you are single, ready to mingle, will I promise that? I don't know. I will tell you on the side, I love being a matchmaker, so I have not been too successful yet, to be honest, but I would love to. But with that said, it's an absolute honor. We're considered what's called level 1 chairperson in this company. And it's allowed us a lifestyle where we can work from anywhere at any time. It's allowed us to not be able to wake up to an alarm clock. It's allowed us, what I like about building an online business? I like being able to walk our dog in the middle of the day when there aren't a lot of dogs out there and just be able to spend quality time with me and my wife and our little 6-pound Maltese. Each of us have different dreams. Each of us have different wants. And I want you to start to think about that today as we enter into this conversation. Okay. So what do you need to know right now? I'm going to present to you 5 things to look for in what's called the recession-proof business. Because here's the fact. If you do want to be recession-proof in 2023, a job is not going to cut it. You're going to want a way to control your own income. You're going to want a way to be able to make your own opportunities. Okay. Now, for me, I didn't know what to look for in a business. If you've ever considered building a business for yourself, put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat. And some of you already are building businesses, right? Maybe you're multiple businesses. Like, it's wise to think outside of the box, right? But for me, I didn't know what to look for. And not all opportunities are created the same. Awesome. We have a lot of entrepreneurial people here. So here's 5 things we're going to go through today. And I wonder if you would agree with me. Okay. And these are taken from people like Warren Buffett, world's most successful investors. These are people like Tony Robbins, a personal development guru. These are things that they've all said. But there's 5 things to look for in a recession-proof business. Number 1, you want to find a consumable, unique, in-demand product. If you want to have a business, you solve problems, you sell something, digital products, online products, physical products, whatever that it is, find something that people would want. Makes sense. Okay. Number 2, you want to find something that doesn't cost a lot, but you can make a lot of money. Low capital expenditure, high margin. You don't want to get involved in something right now that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You want to find something that you can be mobile, you can be flexible, but you can actually scale to a certain degree, make a decent amount. Number 3, a third aspect would be the ability to scale online. Who here would agree with me that this device called this cell phone has changed our world? Right? Some of you look at your kids or grandkids even. Some of you live on this. It's like you just live on your phone. This is where it's at. Right? And we have to adapt with the times. So if there's ways to be able to scale online, that's going to ensure that you have some type of opportunity there. Number 4, I would also submit to you, what makes a recession-proof business is the ability to leverage your time. You don't just want to do something where your money is dependent on your efforts. You want to do something where you can duplicate yourself. Who here would love it if you could sleep and make money while you sleep? It's better than the tooth fairy. There's ways to do that, right? So we'll talk about that. And then the final thing I'll submit to you that makes a recession-proof business is proper training and support. Okay? Because here's the reality. There's many good business opportunities out there. This may or may not be for you. This will be for some. This may not be for others. But it doesn't matter how good your product, your idea, your business is. What matters is if you know what to do to succeed with it. And I will submit to you, anybody can learn what it is I'm about to share with you, because if a 19-year-old broke, shy, nerdy college student could do this, then you can do this as well too. But I'm going to go through these. And at the end, I'm going to ask you this question with what I share with you. Does it seem like what I'm going to talk to you about, would it capture all these 5? Right? And just, we'll have a cool conversation here. All right. So let's go through this. Number 1, let's talk about this. We have a unique company that we're going to talk to you about today. And you're going to want to mark this down on your calendar, February 11th. You're looking at a company that has unique timing. This is actually a $300 million business we're going to talk to you about today that actually currently has no name, but we've had an established brand. But we're relaunching. It's kind of like, I don't know, Facebook turning into Meta, but better. All right. So you're looking at this unique time in the next 2 weeks. We're about to relaunch, and Becky just put it in the chat. You're going to want to grab down that link that she had. There's a free event going on February 11th. I want to invite every single one of you too, because that's going to be the launch of what's going on. So right now, this conversation, we're giving you a heads up on what's going on. All right. So what is this company? What's been the history? Well, we have a company that's scalable all over the place. In fact, we're in 60+ markets all over the world. I see people here from Taiwan, from all over North America. I see Africa. I see South Africa here, which is awesome. In fact, we just heard Nigeria is a country that's opening up next Monday, for example. So we're in 60 countries around the world. So you have the opportunity immediately to be able to scale everywhere. At the same time, when it comes to the product side, is this something unique, in demand, and consumable? What makes this different? Well, health and wellness is the industry that we're going to take a look at. And some people say, James, well, it's a recession. Do people really buy health? Well, let me put it this way. One of the primary things that's important during a recession is that people need to not be sick. Because if you're not sick, if you're sick, you can't work. So when you're in a time like this, things like maintaining your health would be even more important. Now, what makes this company different is, unlike all the other store shelves, and I'm sure if you've been to a Walmart, or Costco, Amazon, have you ever tried searching for a health product before and you get confused? You're like, oh my gosh, there's so much out there. Oh man, another diet, another pill, another shake. It's like, oh my gosh, maybe you have it in your closet, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever tried any other health product out there. All right, you might be like, James, come over to my cabinet right now. You should see it. I get it. All right. I've been to many people's cabinets. I've seen their supplements stack and everything, right? So James, what makes this really different? Well, the screen that I'm sharing with you here, this is what makes it different. We have a brand of products I'm about to share with you that is actually designed by smart people, holistic healers, nutritionists, scientists, chiropractors, doctors from all over the place. In fact, Pam Middleton, she's on this line. She's a part of our wellness council. She's a retired registered nurse. She's on what's called the wellness council. And together they came and they said, let's make a product that actually is high quality, that actually will help people. Right. So what you're seeing on this page, these are voluntary third-party manufacturing and certifications, ingredient certifications that you don't have to do. You go to any other supplement store out there, you go to any other health product out there, ask them, hey, do you make your products in a Food and Drug Administration registered facility? Probably not. Are your products in what's called the physician's desk reference, what the doctors refer to as a doctor's Bible? They can prescribe medication on it? Probably not. Are your products athlete approved with a cologne list? Probably not. If people are going to purchase something, how do you become unique? These are things that make us unique so that in the marketplace, you could be someone different. And then what does that mean tangibly? It means that when somebody takes any of the products from the many brands this company has, they can have a good experience, consistent experience, and you can feel good because you can feel like you're actually helping someone. The last thing anyone wants to do is to be able to share something with someone and it wasn't good. Have you guys ever been to a restaurant before or maybe watched a movie before based on recommendation and they were hyping it up? And then you went there, you're like, this wasn't that good. You're like, yeah. So I want to make sure that that's good right there, right? So let's take a look at some of these. We're going to go over not all of them today. This is a company that has over 100 products. We've been in existence for decades now. We've sold billions and billions around the world. It's the same products, but we're rebranding and relaunching. I'll talk about that towards the end. But whether it's from nutrition to skincare, or all the way from home health, air filtration, you have superfood liquid nutritional, Any of these, if you personally are interested in finding out some more information, jot it down as a note and go back to your friend that referred you to this call and be like, hey, what's that Limu thing? Or what's that like air filter thing? You know, they can give you some more information. But for the sake of our conversation tonight, when for the sake of time, I'm just going to share with you two major products. And what I want you to think about here is what I even affiliate myself with this, what I even see value in this for me, or what I see other people being able to benefit from this as well too. Okay. So number one, here's what I want to share with you. Do you know anybody that suffers from any of the following? How about low energy? They need better sleep. You're like, oh man, yes, you hit it around the dot. Better sleep. Yeah. Or we need better sleep. How about people that maybe their skin's not looking as good? Maybe, have you ever looked in the mirror like, what happened? That happened to me this year, guys. I'm telling you, I'm like, let me not look in that convex mirror. Is it concave, whatever that it is, right? I don't know. I'm like, oh gosh, get that away from me. Maybe you know people that need better health, immune system. How about libido? You know, how about things like working out? Like they want better recovery. We have a solution here, one little stick pack. It's this thing called Renew. And there's one thing in your body that can actually impact all these in a positive way. It's called human growth hormone. If you've ever heard of this human growth hormone thing, put a 1 in the chat. Like you're familiar with that. You're like, oh, I've kind of heard about that before. It's the one thing that each of us need. And in fact, after the age of 25, it starts to decrease, but it impacts everything that we just talked about but above. By the age 50, you could have a third to a half of the amount of human growth hormone in your body. That's where your body changes. You're like, oh my gosh, what is this? You wake up one day, you're like, why did this burrito not get off? You know, I don't know if you eat burritos or not. I'm from San Diego, so that's what came to mind right there, you know? So when one stick pack, this has a bunch of natural blends in here. There's no added hormones or junk or stuff like that. You just mix it with water, you drink it, very simple drink. And can you imagine in one stick pack, it can positively impact and naturally stimulate the production of human growth hormone to impact things like reducing body fat and better sleep and libido and physical recovery and immune system and all these, where in 5 days, we've seen people, even in their first couple of days, have the most remarkable experiences. What if in the first couple of days, the biggest thing we see is people are like, oh my gosh, I slept all throughout the night. And I woke up and I felt refreshed. How nice would it be if you can wake up with being refreshed again? You know, like, so there's a lot of people out there that can actually think about things like that. Like, imagine how many people in the world need something like that, especially right now. Okay. So here's one popular product. It's called the Renew product. How about this one? This is the second one I'll share with you as well too. Do any of you know people that have struggled with weight loss, energy? Maybe hormonal stuff, yeah. And women, my heart goes out to women because I know women are like, man, men lose weight faster than guys do. And it's true because women are incredible. I think God made women to save men because we're not that intelligent many times. I'll just speak on myself. But there's a lot of hormonal imbalances, menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause. Or maybe you're someone like me and I just want to burn that extra fat and I couldn't, right? Cravings, right? These are big issues. So we have a solution here that's natural, that's clinically proven, called our SlenderX and Accelerate. And I'm telling you, bar none, this has been proven to help people lose double the amount of weight compared to just diet by itself in clinical trials. And don't just take my word for it. Look at all these different types of people. We've had people from grandparents that got to their high school weight to people that are physique. Yeah, Barbara's like, that's me right there. Margaret's like, that's me right there, you know? So all different types of body types and backgrounds and ages, it helps you to start to rebalance your body. Now, it's not just a diet. It's not just a shake and bar thing. It's not just a workout thing where you can not just lose weight, but you can lose it for good. Imagine no more yo-yoing. All right. Yo-yo should just stay as a fun hobby, not something for your diet or for your weight. You know, so there's a lot of people, right? Put a 2 in the chat if you can think of anyone in the world that might benefit from something like that. And there's a huge industry out there, huge, especially after COVID when all of us were locked down and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool opportunities, right? So just these 2 alone, honestly, these are billions and billions of dollars worth of industries out there, but high quality products in demand and consumables. So you have what's called the residual income because people use it day in and day out and everything. So we talk about that aspect. Okay. Well, let's talk about the other elements of a recession-proof business. Is this something that I can do? Is this something low cost, right? Maybe you're someone that works a full-time job and you're like, I'm barely keeping up right now with me and my family. Can I afford to start up a business? Maybe you have another business right now and you're scaling that. Maybe you're just kind of wondering all these types of things, right? So you know what I like about this business? It doesn't cost a lot. Think about a business, right? We work with many different types of people here. In fact, some of my colleagues, they owned traditional businesses. They had jeans manufacturing shops, chiropractor clinics. We have teammates that have photography clinics, and they tell me on average, $50,000 at least for a business, right? And it takes 3 to 5 years to profit in most businesses. Now, how about you? If I had an extra 30, 50 grand, I don't know if there's a lot of things you can do with 30 to 50 grand. Like take us to Disneyland together. Take me on your next trip, please. No, I'm just kidding, but not kidding. I'm just, you got to shoot your shot, right? But there's a lot of things that you can invest yourself into. But what I like about this, it's $30 one-time lifetime membership. Okay. That gets you access to all of this product. What you do is you partner with this company, much like a franchise, just like if you bought a McDonald's franchise, except we're selling health, not death. I don't know if, man, this is going public and live. I don't know if I can say that. Don't sue me, McDonald's. So $30, you partner with the company, you get access to all their products, and you have an opportunity now to actually build a business. Okay. You also get discounts on the products. If you like discounts, you automatically get that up to 30% off. So a lot of people partner with the company because they're like, I want to use the products anyway. If I get a discount, why not do that as well too? And in fact, what's also cool too? It's tax season. I don't know if you guys are already thinking about that now. Some are like, no, I don't want to think about it. Oh my gosh. Did you know you can actually save a lot of money on taxes? I spoke with the CPA today. And if you own a home-based business like this, you can actually save between $2,000 to $9,000 a year on taxes if you don't have a side business. So heads up, there's a lot of cool things on that. All right. So you get a partnership with the company. And then from there, the only quote unquote investment is to try the products. This is how I take a look at business. What's the risk? What's the reward? Okay. The risk here, $30. That's like a movie ticket. Okay. And then some products. If you wanted to use them anyway, and a lot of these things you use them like toothpaste. I hope if I ask you, did you brush your teeth today, Sean? I hope you're like, yes, I did. I'm glad, Margaret, you did. I can tell you got glistening teeth right there, So you're using a lot of this money already, so you can redirect it towards some healthier products that are cheap. You get a discount here, and though you get an opportunity to be able to actually make more with that, right? Wealthy people invest into assets, which can make them more money. Broke people, where I was before, invest things into liabilities, which take your money. So if you want to start making more money, you want to start being recession proof, start thinking like that. Okay. So what's great about this business, literally all you do is you can pick one of the packages. There's many, many different types that you can choose from, anywhere between around $400 worth of products. There's many assortments. You can talk to your friend about the different options or later, but you just try some of the products. You eat your own investment, and you can go from anywhere from the lower packages all the way to the higher packages. So a couple $100s to a couple $1,000s worth of products for you and your family. And the higher the pack, the more earning level. That's why you want to take a look at the highest levels. In fact, if you're a partner with us already and you're at what's called the ultimate level, put a U in the chat so we know that you're already at that level as well too, right? So definitely, yeah, we have a lot of people there that we're partnered with. They're at the ultimate level. You're going to want to put a look to that, because what it will do is lock you in at higher income earnings for life. Okay, don't worry about the details. Just we'll cover all those later, but that's really all it takes. So worst case, get this. You eat your own investment, you get healthier, and you get tax write-offs. That's not bad. Like seriously, that's really what it is. That's why I like this business. And the reality is this, it's honestly probably too cheap. That's probably the biggest issue of a business like this. It's like, we all spend a couple $100, couple $1,000 in the grand scheme of life, but that's all it takes. Okay, then what do we do? Is it low cost? Well, is it high margin? Let me give you a simple example, right? So to actually make money in this business, we're going to train you different things. In every business, it doesn't matter whether you do real estate. It doesn't matter if you do affiliate marketing. It doesn't matter if you do Uber. It doesn't matter if you do Etsy or Amazon. You make money when you get a customer. Okay. I want to dumb down business. You get a customer. How much do you make per customer? Let me give you a simple example. One of our most popular products, as you can imagine, is this thing called Renown. All right, this cool, sexy thing. I use this every single night. And It's very easy to use. Probably ever set up. As a partner, you get this product, access to this at $100 for month supply. Okay, it's like, I don't know, $3 a day or something like that. Let's say you have Lily, and Lily is super excited about this product. You know what's great? Lily will actually go to my website and she'll just buy from my website. So you don't have to go grab it. You don't have to ship it to your friend's place. You don't have to go to UPS or USPS or anything like that. Your nightly miracle. Yes, it's amazing, the benefits of this. The company does the hard work. They ship it to your customer. If you do the referral, they pay you up to 30%. So you can make around $40 of retail just by connecting someone to this. It's like if you referred someone to a good movie. I was just talking with Michelle about watching Avatar. Has anyone here watched Avatar, by the way? He did put a 1 in the chat. You know, I will probably end up watching it and everything. Awesome. There's the new app. Man, okay, awesome, right? So imagine you referred someone to go watch Avatar and they went and watched it. Imagine you got like a referral fee. That's exactly how this business works. You refer people to the website, your website, they'll buy it, ship it, you can get paid up to 30%. Imagine $40 for a $100 product. That's not too shabby. Okay, that's just one example. But not only do you get that, Margaret, not only do you get that lyric, you will also get another way of getting paid. I like this business because unlike a traditional business where you only get wholesale to retail, you'll also get paid on the back end. It's kind of like a little hookup right here. Okay. So every product has what's called a point value associated with it. Why do you have a point value? It's like the company point system. Why? Well, we have South Africans here. We have people in Taiwan here. We have people in Canada, Mexico, and Europe and Asia. They all use different currencies. So this company uses 1 point. So it's a seamless international currency exchange. So you can get paid international. So it's around $1.50 US per 1 point. So what happens is this. Renew also has a 70-point value associated with it. Depending on what's called this business level, which you can get by acquiring those different packages of products, you can get paid anywhere between 15% or up to 30% of that point value as well too. Let's just say you did it wisely and you went ultimate. You get paid both $40 on the retail from this box of Renew, and you get paid another 30% of this. It's 70 points, that's $21, $60 for a $100 product. That's called a 60% margin, which is really good. Okay, which is really, really good. Yeah, absolutely. So you got all of that going on there. All right. So with that said, what's another aspect? Put a 2 in the chat if you're still hanging with me. I'm just speeding through this real quick. I'm hoping that this makes sense, because if you can grasp these concepts, and I love you guys, I see you guys right there, right? Seriously, like these are powerful concepts. If you understand it and then you know how to apply it, you can win big in this year. Okay, last part about business. And this is why this business model is powerful. This is why I do this compared to, and nothing wrong about other businesses, right? To each their own. Real estate's cool. Don't get me wrong. Affiliate marketing is cool. Amazon business is cool, but they don't give you this element, leverage. The wealthiest people in the world know that they can't do everything by themselves. So this business gives you an opportunity to not only be able to make the sales yourself, but get this, you can also offer others an opportunity and partner with them. And when they make money, you can make money too. So let's say you have 2 friends that also wanted to make an extra income right now. I think there's a lot of people right now, especially during a recession, that would want to do that. Guess what? We help them make money. When they make money, you also can get paid as well too. When you start building 2 teams, you can get paid based off your sales volume, around 15% a week. You also get these cool promotions that you see on the right side there as well too. This starts to duplicate, right? Bob knows Mary, Mary knows Joe, Joe knows Sarah. And imagine you have 2 teams that ultimately start to sprout out. We'll start the same way. I started by myself. We start to partner and we start to help, and you never know who knows somebody. It's not about who you know. It's about who they know that they know that they know that they know. How are we on this line right now? We're in multinational. How? Because people knew people knew people knew people knew people. That's so awesome. All right. With 2 teams, who here wouldn't mind making a 6-figure income? And that's like a cool goal right there. Here's the math. 2 strong leaders in your team in this business equals a 6-figure income. And if you help them do that, you can do very well yourself as well too. Okay. So won't cover too many details here, but there's leverage. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. You can equip a team to be able to do that as well too. All right. Last thing before we start to conclude here. This might sound good. This might sound great. In fact, if you look at this logically, this just makes sense. It's low cost, it's high margin, you can leverage great products, international, you can work from your home, you can work from anywhere. Why wouldn't we do this? Straight up. This is the thing that I was concerned about. I was like, well, I've never done something like this before. Or maybe you're like Pam Middleton, who did 9 other businesses like this before, but never made anybody. Let's be real. There's a lot of opportunities there. You've probably tried one. You've probably been pitched one. You might be in one right now, right? But perhaps you've done something before and you haven't been able to achieve the success that you wanted. And you might be thinking to yourself, I know it can work, but can it work for me? And I want to tell you, this is the difference maker. I know that anybody can do this if you have the proper training and support, and if you do the work. Why do I know this? And that's why we created the Warrior Movement. This is our X factor. We are big, and the Warrior Movement is a family, first of all. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. So the moment that you partner with us, guess what? You have an adopted family. So I hope you like us, because we're going to spend a lot of time together. All right. And we're a family of committed, passionate, successful professionals dedicated to developing yourself, because you're the best asset. All right. In body, mind, spirit, and business. So we can transform our families, our communities, and society through health, wellness, and entrepreneurship. We know this is the key. The business is great. And I'll talk about an opportunity and timing that I'm glad if you're still here right now, it's good, because man, there's a unique window right now. The truth is this business works. It's produced many, many, many millions of dollars all around the world. Many people have done well, from hundreds a month to thousands a month to even more. Okay. The X factor is this: you. Which is great. Why? Because you can change. In the beginning, you agreed with me that anyone here can change. So if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to get better, if you are willing to get to the next level of yourself, you can become more valuable and you can earn whatever it is that you need for you and your family. I love that. How? Well, the moment that you partner with us, we're going to train you. All right. What are we going to train you? We're going to add you to our community groups. We're going to add you to on-demand training. In fact, we have teammates that literally day one, you can earn your first paycheck tonight if you really wanted to. You have on-demand training. You have the best training in the world. We spent tens of thousands of hours and dollars, and we've done this for a long, long time, guys. Remember, this is a 19-year-old broke, shy, college, nerdy Asian kid that learned everything, that duplicated it, that helped many people around the world as well too. All right, so it's all into this. You can literally learn this like today if you really wanted to, but it works. You're going to get a system on how to market, how to not be salesy, how to not be spammy, how to do it professionally, how to actually make money, how to make a sale, how to actually build a team, how to do it well. Because this stuff works if you know what to do and you actually do it. Now, there's a learning curve. Are you going to be perfect overnight? No. Are you going to make some mistakes? Yes. Are you going to have to learn some things? Of course. But if you're willing to learn it, you're eventually going to get so good that you cannot not do this. And you're going to start to be able to generate income that you can control. I'd rather do a business than a job. Why? You can't go to your boss and be like, boss, you love me? Can I get a raise today? It doesn't really work that way, right? In a business, you can determine your own paycheck. So if you want to make more, you can. If you want the Disneyland trip, you can make it. If you want that trip to the spa, you can do it. If you want to retire yourself out of your job or your family or your job, you can do it. If you want to be able to, whatever that it is, you can. We just have to plug it in, figure it out, and we'll put together the plan and we'll start to move towards that. You can write your own paycheck. That's freedom, guys. The moment I realized that I could determine my financial future, I was like, wow, I'm so excited about this, right? And we're going to learn that type of stuff. Okay. We all got different goals. We'll go from there. Now, don't take my word from it. What I love is we have had many people now experience many different types of success. And I'll be real, right? Like not everyone's here to make millions and millions of dollars. Can I do that? Absolutely. I have many of my friends that have made millions of dollars through a business like this. But most other people don't want that as well too, which is fine. Some of people here, they just want free products. That's great. You know, who wouldn't who would love it if you could have these products paid for every single month and just never worry about your health again? Like that just sounds great, right? That's a great goal. Others, they want enough to be able to take their family on vacations, that they don't have to worry about their paycheck, right? And there's some that have higher ambitions that just want to replace their job or something. I want to bring up a good friend of mine. His name is Sean Nakamoto. And this person has had quite the transformation. We've known him for a long, long time now. He hails from Hawaii, and he just did some major things in his business. And I can't wait to have him share your story and what he's been able to do. He's considered an officer in the company. That's a top 1% in this company. That means at one point he made at least $1,000 that week. Actually, that week it was more. I won't say what it is for income claims. But this guy's definitely building quite the business that's also international from Hawaii. But Sean, can you hear us okay? Let me unmute you real quick. There you go.
Yes, I can hear you all right. Thanks a lot, James, for bringing me on. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. You're looking good. Sean, hey, tell us your experience and your story here, man.
Well, I want to dial it back a bit here. And I guess I'll start off, back to when I was graduating college, finished up my bachelor's degree from the University of Hawaii. And like any millennial coming out of that phase, I'm landing in the process of landing my first set of full-time jobs. And, I was just so fortunate to actually land jobs in things that I was passionate about. So if you know me, I'm very big in tennis. It's been a sport that's been so big in my life, competed as a junior, and it's taken me to a lot of different places, and also becoming a teacher. And, through that process of getting grounded there, I'm thinking, great, I got a job. I'm set for now. I'm literally stepping out into the adult world and thinking everything is going to be, it's going to be great. It's just gonna be awesome. Everything's going to be taken care of. And with that, as you start to venture deeper into your next chapter of adulthood, you start to develop some wantings towards other things. And one of the biggest things for me was my lifestyle in terms of what it is that I was looking to achieve or want. It started to grow. But the problem was that my job paychecks weren't growing with that. And, at first I thought, okay, I just got to ride this out a little bit and maybe things will change. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll get a nice big fat raise. Maybe my boss, as you were referring to earlier, will take care of me and love me. Sadly, no. And, long story short, it just got to a point where looking ahead for me became depressing because I understood that there was no way to raise my potential, step into bigger opportunities of growth, not just financially, but also personally. And started to cycle myself through certain habits that were just hurting me rather than pushing me forward. So in a nutshell, fast forwarding to where I'm at now, being a part of course, the Warrior Movement, the top tier organization in this company, I'm able now to step into a mental space where when I look ahead, like I see that there's no cap. Like I see that right now, literally anything that I set my mind to in terms of what it is that I actually want, how I want to live my life, things that I want to have for my family, and, be able to provide for myself, like I really can have it here, and it's not just the fact that I'm a part of this beautiful profession that we're all in, but it's more so being a part of this organization, but also this company right now. As you were talking about earlier, James, like this is a crazy opportunity that we're in right now. We see all these big companies like Facebook, Tesla, Google, Amazon, like just thinking, like I'm sure all of us here are looking at all these big top guys and are like, man, it would have been so cool to be a part of the beginning. Like I'm just such a small person. There's no way that I can ever step into something like that. I would never be able to have an opportunity like that. If you're on this call tonight, like, don't take James's word for it or my own. Just feel the vibe here. Just feel the energy here. Like there's something monumental that is about to happen, and it is only going to happen once. So whether you are working a career right now, or if you're an established entrepreneur, if you run your own business, like this is literally fate that you're on this call tonight. And if you don't believe us, then the next thing that I would recommend to you is just be a part of it. Like just write it out, be a part of it. If it doesn't work, you can always step down, you can always walk away. But I guarantee you that once you step in and you put both feet into the pool, you're not going to. Like there's so much happening here. But anyways, now I'm able to see that. So that's why I'm here.
And you just made a big decision with your career, right?
Yeah, I was just about to step into that too. I never really announced this publicly yet. but I was actually able to leave one of my jobs, like officially, really just committing myself into this new shift, this focus, this chapter. And I share this not to boast or anything like that. Like, it took hard work for me to get to this spot mentally. And of course, just with everything that I've been able to develop within my business, like there is sacrifice involved. But again, if you stick with it in the long term and you just continue to play full out and get connected to the right people, which we have here, amazing things can happen. And you can start to really piece together that vision of what it is that you are dreaming of or have been longing for such a long time. And I'm so grateful to be able to say that today in front of all of you. And I share it to you because I want that for you as well too. If that's something that you're looking for, you absolutely can have it here. Doesn't matter where you're at right now in your life. So
love that, Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Thanks so much for sharing. Let's give him a big round of applause. And the biggest thing that I hear from Sean is hope. And I know we're in a day and age right now where there's a lack of a lot of hope out there. And maybe you've been feeling that way. You've been feeling stressed and under a ton of stuff and just like, man, is there any light at the end of the tunnel? And that's what this provides. A hope for a better future, a hope for a better you, whether that's quitting a job or helping out your family. Some of you want to take out your grandkids, some of whatever that it is, boosting up retirement, right? There is a lot of hope right now. Why? Well, we went through these 5 things, right? And I wonder, we went through these, and I'm curious, after seeing this, do you feel that with what we shared with you today, put a 5 in the chat if you would agree, this fulfills those 5 attributes? We have a unique consumer in demand product. We have a low capital expenditure, high margin business, online scalability, leverage and training and support. Because if there is, then the vehicle is great. The only thing missing is your decision and your journey, your story. That's what's next. It's not the vehicle's issue, right? And you're even wondering, well, James, why should I do it right now? Is this the right time and everything? If there's a time, it's right now. This is the time that you are literally, there will never be a time like this again. It's so cliche. I know momentum's around the corner and, timing's the best and blah, 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 blah. But the reality is this is true, because there will never be another time that you see a company that's $300 million, been successful for decades already, that's literally relaunching, rebranding, no debt, no name. Imagine being a part of Apple before it became Apple. Imagine being a part of Facebook before it became Facebook. If you know this profession, imagine being a part of Amway before it became Amway. Safe to say, same work. Why is that important? It'll 5x your speed. Let me share with you a quick story. I'm blessed now to be friends with many successful people through this profession. One of which I had to sit down with them the other day. This person was a high school football coach, living paycheck to paycheck, had his wife, had a lot of kids, was looking for another way, found an opportunity just like this and started to make some decent money. And I climbed up to the point where he was making 20 grand a month. That's pretty decent money, right? But what happened was this. There was a recession that happened, 2009. And what happened was this business did not go down, but others did. Banking, real estate, mortgage, top 10 on those industries, you know that there's like big impact right now. And what happened was, because this was a very viable business opportunity and they were making it happen, he was at the right place in the right time. And when the recession hit, not only did his business not recede, but there was an influx of a lot of people looking for opportunities, which there will be and is already right now. This timing of a recession will not come around for a long time again, is rule 2. You cannot change that. And get this, this was his result. In a matter of a year, his income went from 20 grand a month to 100 grand a month. This guy did so well to the point, he was so busy, he had to buy a private jet just to get around from meeting after meeting because he was missing out on money because he couldn't meet with his clients fast enough. Now, I'm not saying that you'll get a jet. I'm not saying you'll make millions, but I am saying the timing's here. And that happened before, which we can't go back to the last time. This time is here right now. So if you want timing, I mean, that's what this is. That's why we're running so hard. So what would I do? Number 1, lock in this date, lock in this event. There's a free online event, February 11th. It's going to be the first launch of the new identity. You want to make it here. There's going to be prizes, fun, tons of stuff. I just got a call today. I got some extra detail. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. You want to be positioned at the right time. Number two, you want to get started with us. Some of you might be a C or customer. Try the product. Okay, maybe you're just like, let me try the product first. Maybe the business is like, cool. Talk to your friend. We'll get you hooked up with the right product. Go to your friend afterwards, right? But make a decision today. You're going to be an A or a C, customer or not interested, or you're going to be partnered with us. And here's the number one thing that I'd say, because I know how it is. You're inspired, you're excited, you're fired up. But here's a creeping thought that comes in. You start to think, what if I fail? I want to challenge that right now. Some of us have not allowed yourself to dream or to think like a successful person would think. And I had to challenge myself with this. Instead of thinking, what if you fail or why it can't work? I want you to change the question to what if it did work? What if I won? What if I could succeed here? What would my life look like? What if the dreams and desires for me and my family could actually be done? And what if I can make 2023 a completely different year for me and my family? I want to dare you and challenge you to think differently this year. Because if you want to be recession proof, it first starts in your mind. And you have to start asking the what if it works question rather than what if it doesn't. Because whether you think you can or can't, Henry Ford said, you're right. So just say, let's go. Let's figure this out. And I'm telling you, like what Sean said, we're here with you. And the warrior movement here is to back you. We're going to be with you step in step. You will not fail as long as you keep on staying the course. In fact, let's not even take failure in there. Let's just focus on winning together. And it's going to be great. So talk to your friend after this. If you want to know how do you partner up, if you have further questions, definitely ask them as well too, but do it sooner rather than later. Get right back to them immediately, because the next 10 days is going to be nuts because we're preparing for this February 11th event. So it's going to be that, all right? So if you see opportunities here, just want to see in the chat, put an A in the chat. If you're like, I see where this is going. This is great. I see this moving. I see this grooving. I want to be a part of something like this, right? Talk to your friend. Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, welcome to the family, guys. And for those of you that are interested, let's go next steps real quick, and then we'll end today. If you're real serious, next Wednesday, we have another call just like this. What would I do right now? Position your team wisely. Pick your board of directors. There's going to be another call just like the same time, same link. We have 2 calls left before, or 2 weeks left before our big launch. So right now, you want to let everyone know about this. At least let them be aware of it. Some will join, some won't. But you want to find your right board of directors. Becky just dropped into the chat. Grab that link. Register today. It's another event. So you can learn more about this, and you can bring people to this as well too. I bring my family. I bring my friends. I bring anyone you think is opportunistic, right? This is the time to really be able to share this with them. So next Wednesday, come back again. All right. And if you're starting with us and you want to learn more, tomorrow night, I also want to invite you to this special call called Warrior Wins. We're going to be interviewing. We want to show you the success tips. We don't just want to tell you it. We want to show you the stories of people that are winning at a high level. We have 2 teammates, Joanne Hewitt, and we also have Sonia Adair. They just started the business not long ago. They are crushing it. They're grandparents. They're working. They're all different types of things. They're people just like you and me that are doing extraordinary things. So tomorrow night, I want to invite you to this. This is open for everyone that wants to learn more about this organization, what we do. But come on to this link and take a screenshot of this or ask your friend with it tomorrow night, same time, different link, and you're more than welcome to come to Warrior Wins. Okay, everybody? But hey, other than that, I'm just so proud of you for being on here tonight. I hope that we are going to be able to be partnered together. If we are, welcome to the family. If not, talk to your friend if you have any other questions. It's an absolute honor for you to spend some time with us tonight. Hope you guys picked some things up. Hope you guys had fun at the very least. All right. But other than that, guys, God bless. Have a great evening, and let's crush this year. All right, guys. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.